guys, my name is Esi Kokui. Welcome to my channel. I have a new video for you today, and it's very necessary, especially if you are traveling out of the country. You're gonna want to know these things. So before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you are a new subscriber or a new watcher, definitely subscribe if you haven't. And thank you for returning if you are back to watch another video. Got a new video. Hey, hey, hey. I recently just went to Europe, and I went to Paris and I went to Amsterdam. And that was an amazing experience. If you haven't seen my vlog yet, it's definitely up there. Go watch it. It's amazing. Yeah, it was a great experience. Definitely, like with everything, there's going to be ups and downs or like hiccups that you come across. And with that, I definitely compiled a list of things that you guys should definitely watch out for or bring, or like just things to know. You know, this is kind of like your travel list that you should definitely reference back to if you're going out of the country. Okay? Okay. So, and I'll talk about like specific things in Paris and Amsterdam too, just in case you're going to those places and things that you may want to see. So, first thing, definitely something that I forgot. Or like I remembered, but I was like, oh, I can get it when I'm there. But then I didn't get one when I was there, and I was like borrowing off of everybody's. Was an adapter. They don't have the same charger as us. It's definitely different. And so you need to put the adapter into the plug, and then you can finally put your your iPhone charger plug into the outlet, because it's different. It's different, and you need an adapter. You can't go there unless you just want your phone to be dead or all your devices to be dead. Like, AC, what were you thinking? Next is an umbrella. Definitely put it, like, I made this whole travel list, you guys. I need to show you. Maybe I'll include everything that I put on the list so you guys can also know. I'll do that so you can also reference that. But I made this whole travel list. I put umbrella on there. And I was just like, I won't need it. First day I get to France, it's raining. Or like the day we go out, it's raining. And yeah, didn't have an umbrella. And then it's not even just for the rain, like the sun. We also went during the hottest time it's been in Europe in like forever, like 140 years or something like that. But yeah, of course, that's when I go. And it was hot. It was hot as hell. The sun's just beating on you. And an umbrella would have helped that. I could have been ready for the rain or the sun. And the weather could just switch. Like, it was raining when we first got there. And then then the sun came out later on. And so it's like, an umbrella is definitely necessary just for the switch up of the weather. You could be prepared for both. And something to know is that they don't really have air conditioning in their like shops and stuff like that. I need to stop saying and stuff like that. They don't really have air conditioning in their shops and other stores and stuff. Like when you walk in, you're expecting this burst of air. You're definitely expecting that, and it was not coming because they don't usually need it. It doesn't usually get that hot, but you know, with this climate change and all that, you need to just be prepared for everything. So I would get those little fans. Oh, that's what I definitely need to bring next time. Like one of those little fans that you can just have air blowing on your face. And then sometimes they have water in them. Definitely get those. And also protecting yourself from the sun and all that. Sunscreen. You need some sunscreen even when it's kind of cold too. If the sun's not out, it's low-key out somewhere else, and it may just hit you and like affect you. So you definitely always need to carry sunscreen where you are going. Bring extra copies of your travel itinerary. itinerary. Bring extra copies, because you may, like, just not even that, like your flight, yes, and then if you're going to take the trains, all of that stuff, like have it printed out. Yes, you can have it on your phone, but just in case, like someone may want to see it on a paper, then be prepared for that. Then leave some with like your family back at home, so they also know, like, okay, this is when you're supposed to land, this is when you're supposed to get here, and stuff like that. And just so they can be aware in case something happens, God forbid. And on top of that, know if the country you're going into, you're going to need a visa. Not every country you are going to outside of the U.S. needs a visa, because when I was going to Paris and Amsterdam, I didn't need one. But for Ghana, when I go to Ghana, I need a visa. So you just need to know that, like, if the country that you're leaving from, if you'll need a visa to go into the country that you're going into. Because if you go to the airport and you're trying to, I don't know if it's when you're trying to leave, or it's at least when you're trying to get back, they're going to be like, you don't have a visa. Why? But I think they do check to make sure that you're, like, going to return. So you need to make sure that you have that, because that will cause a lot of problem. And you need to get it early, because sometimes that takes like weeks to get here. Or it could take, sometimes it could take like a week or two, but you just want to be prepared for whatever. You're traveling, it's a new experience, so you definitely want to bring a camera, or bring something that you're going to take photos on, which is definitely a camera. So if it's going to be like your big DSLR or a digital camera, or if you're going to use your phone, it's just make space for it, because it's a lot of memories and a lot of things that you're not going to want to forget, and you can put into a little album. I'm a person that still like makes photo albums, so I'm going to put all my pictures from this trip into an album so I can always remember it. My kids can look at it later and be like, oh, Mommy went to Europe. Yes, I did. And so, you know, to have something that you are going to take pictures on, your designated thing. Bring portable chargers that you can use. Like in Europe, I will definitely say one of the things to look out for is that your phone may start to die way more quickly, and then when you come back, it doesn't stop. That's kind of like a downfall. I think it depends on the charge and what you are using to charge your phone. So if you're gonna just charge your portable chargers and then charge it that way, so then it doesn't really get affected, I think that may be a way to combat that. But yeah, it happened to me the last time I went to Ghana, and it's happening to my friend right now. Her phone always would stay charged forever, but it's done a little quickly now. And so definitely have portable phone chargers, because you'll be on the go and you'll want to be taking pictures, and you're out all day, but your phone's about to die. So what are you about to do? Have your phone, your portable charger. When you are leaving, pack clothes in your carry-on, because you never know what may happen. Like your luggage may get lost. That's a thing. It happens, God forbid, but it happens. And if so, you can have a couple of clothes, like 1 or 2 outfits, to at least start you off, because then they should be able to reimburse you for losing your luggage. So at least have 2 clothes, that in case it comes in the first day or the next day, you at least have another outfit to wear. Well, that. And then if they do lose it for longer than a day or 2, then you can, I believe you can apply to get reimbursed for buying new clothes, new things that you may need, like a toothbrush and shower gel and all that stuff. Like, definitely look into it if that's what's happening to you. But I hope your luggage doesn't get stolen. I hate that shit. I hate it. Hasn't happened to me. Let me not put it out there. Knock on wood. Oh gosh, where's some wood? Yeah, no. That's horrid. But if so, you have at least 2 clothes to start with, you know, in your carry-on. You have comfortable shoes. Comfortable shoes, you're going to need it. Like, we were out all day, most of the day. I mean, our days would kind of start at like 2 or 3, but we wouldn't get back till like 2 or 3 in the morning. So we were out for a while, like 12 hours. And our feet were definitely in pain, even wearing comfortable shoes. So if you're not wearing comfortable shoes and you're out, you're probably going to be dead. Probably. And yeah, you don't want to do that to yourself. So definitely bring comfortable shoes. Like, you can still have cute, comfortable shoes. Just look into it. You should have a way that you're going to navigate through your travel, basically. So if you're going to be using your GPS or whatever to get you from point A to point B, have that ready to go. Sometimes even look at it before you leave the house, just so you can have it ready and you're not always looking at your phone, because pickpocketers are a thing. I wouldn't say, I don't know, I just didn't see it when I was there, thank God, or it didn't happen to any of the people in my group, but you just want to be careful. And so definitely, like, looking at your phone all the time, it gives attention to yourself, and then it's like, oh, there's a tourist, okay, let me see what I can get from her. So definitely look at the instructions before, and discreetly. I would say use public transportation. I know it may be a little scary, or it just may be annoying, but you don't want to pay for all these Ubers and stuff like that. Like, public transportation is definitely way cheaper, and you get to see more of the land. You get to really get that experience of being in Europe, you know, and traveling and doing that. But if you want to use cars and all that stuff, or if you have family there and whatever, like, that's fine. But I would say use the subway or whatever train, whatever transportation they have, get that experience. Travel guide, have a book. I would say bring one of those travel guide books. That's if you are into like all the history and stuff. I like that part of traveling. I love learning the history. I love knowing that I'm in a place that centuries ago, whatever happened in this exact place. I like knowing those things. So travel guides will help, like, give you that information as you are traveling to different places in like Paris or wherever. Bags. So it depends on what airline you are flying with, like how many checked-in bags you can take, how many carry-ons you can take. Usually, like if you're flying KLM or something, you have your bigger bag for carry-on. You have your bigger bag, which could be like a small suitcase or like a duffel bag, and then you have your personal item, which is like a laptop bag or a purse or whatever. I finessed it. Not saying that you should do it, because you can still have to pay and check it in, and then that would be a lot. But I was lucky on my way to Paris that I just, my bag fit. Like, I had a small suitcase, but it was a huge suitcase, because like I opened all the zippers that give you the extra room, and it was big, but it fit. They didn't, like, I covered it with my other duffel bag, and then I had a small duffel bag. Literally, that duffel bag was supposed to be the size of a small suitcase and like a purse, but I did basically 2 big carry-on bags, and that's all I brought for the whole trip, and I made it work. But yeah, so I covered it, got on, and it was a non-stop flight, so that's all I needed. And then we took a train to Amsterdam, but then coming back I had to fly from Amsterdam to Paris, and then from Paris to San Francisco, and that was a little hard to finesse, because then I flew KLM, and their carry-on compartments are way smaller than the airline that I flew, which was XL Airways France. It was way smaller, and so my suitcase did not fit. And then the lady was like, your suitcase, like, it's too big. You brought too much luggage. What are you doing? I was like, okay. So what? What are we going to do? And then one of the guys was just like, there was a lot of empty seats in first class, so he just put my bag. I wish I could have stayed in first class and my bag could have been in my seat in that economy. But, yeah, my bag was there in first class, and he, like, secured it and all that, so it was good. And then when I got to Paris, I just quickly got on my plane and just, because I knew it was going to fit already because I already flown that airlines. So I was one of the first people to get on the plane, put it in, and yeah, I finessed basically, but my carry-ons were too big. So make sure it's not, because not everybody's going to be as nice, and you're not always going to get away with it. Your toiletries in one bag or in one Ziploc or so. Yeah, make sure all your like liquids and stuff like that are in one Ziploc, because if they're all scattered throughout the bag, that's just gonna make it annoying, and they're gonna go through your bag and make sure you don't have any like things that you're not supposed to have, because it's gonna show up on the monitor. So put it in one Ziploc bag. They only asked me once. All the 3 flights that I traveled, they only asked me once, but they did ask me, and I just pulled it out, showed them. She was like, thank you, and that was it. And I pulled it out, I put it to the side in the thing, and then that was it. So make sure to call your card companies before you leave, or at least when you're there, before you use your card. It's a little harder to call once you're there, but so definitely call your card companies before. Tell them that you're leaving out the country. They're going to ask from how long to how long are you going to be gone. And you tell them, they make a note, and so it won't decline when you're traveling. Also bring a neck pillow for the planes, because if you're not sitting at the window, it's definitely going to make it harder. And if you're not sitting next to like your best friend or your partner or whatever, you don't have someone to lean on. You're just gonna have to sleep like this, and it's not fun. When packing, before you leave, I know this is like a little okie all over the place, but before you leave, when you pack, I would say roll your clothes. Where's an example? This is bulky, but we'll go with this. So roll it down like this. This is bulky, so this is a bad example, but it makes so much more space. Y'all, if you would have seen the bag that I packed for Ghana, the bag that I packed for Ghana, I brought so many clothes, so many things, and I didn't even wear half of those things because I packed so much. But because I was able to pack so much, I brought a lot of clothes. So be careful of that, because you should also, that's another tip, pack enough of clothes to wear, but then enough for you to bring gifts back. Gifts back for yourself, for sure, and for other people. See if there's any events in the places that you're going before you go. So we were leaving Amsterdam the day of Pride, which was like, oh damn, we could have gone to Pride in Amsterdam and that would have been lit, but we didn't look into it. Like, none of us did, and so that's all on all of us. But that would have been really nice to be there for Pride. So look and see if there's any events, if you can move things around before you buy your tickets and stuff like that. The food. Food is a little different out there. I would say it's kind of better because it's not processed, it's way cleaner. Like, I got my abs back because I lost a little weight. The food is way cleaner, so it's good for you. But then you don't know how something may taste, and so you're kind of taking a risk when you buy food out there. I definitely had a couple meals where I was like, this is gross, but there's also a lot of good food there too. So it's just like, you gotta try and you gotta take that risk. but the food is good. You just gotta find it. Eiffel Tower in Paris, beautiful. I would say definitely go in the night and definitely go in the day. You definitely want to see it during the day and like take your pictures and stuff, and in the night it's so beautiful. That's when I went was the first time I went was in the nighttime. We went 3 times. Don't ask why. We went 3 times, and the first time that I went was in the night. It was beautiful. It was shiny. I almost cried. I'm sentimental like that. It was beautiful. So definitely go see it both times, and take boat tours. Boat tours wherever you go. It's just beautiful, and like they tell you a lot of history. If you like history like that, they tell you history on boat tours. And what else? Disneyland in Paris is beautiful. I loved it. It was just really hot, so it made it not good. But it was a good trip. I loved it. I loved the whole thing. Versailles is beautiful. Definitely go see Versailles in Paris. Oh, currency. So when you change your money, euros is definitely more like, would it be expensive, or just like when you change like 100, you'll get maybe $80 or $70 or euros, and so you get less money back, but the things are kind of cheaper out in Europe. So it's like, am I saving money or am I losing it? You know, it's a little hard to tell, but it's the things are cheaper out there. So I think you kind of get a little more for your money, even though you don't have that much. So definitely make sure you find a teller that you can switch your money and have a little cash on you, have a little American money or wherever you're coming from, euros or pounds, and money on your card. So because some places take cards, some places take cash, and sometimes you're going to need to change your money. So don't change it all, I would say. And in Amsterdam, definitely go to the ice bar. That was really fun. They give you like parkas, or not parkas, but like big jackets. You go in, you stay in for like 30 minutes or so, and they give you drink chips, and you get like, I think 4 drink chips, and just have a good time and take your pictures. And it's hella cold, but it's hella cool. And there's a sex museum as well if you want to go to that. Boat tour, we went, and there's a lot of weed, and yeah, there's a lot of weed and edibles out there. So if you're into that, go to any store. Basically, they have it in like every store, and you could buy it. The red light district is definitely interesting. I would say go see it and go experience it if you're there. I don't know. If you want to experience Sloman, go ahead and do that. But I'm just saying, go and see what it's all about. Yeah, that's really my whole things to know and things to bring for your trip to Europe. If you're traveling out of the country or whatever, just make sure you have these things. Make sure you have these things. 'Cause I'm going to look back at this video next time I'm traveling out and like, oh yeah, I'm not forgetting that this time. So I hope I helped. Let me know anything else you feel like, anything else you would bring or to acknowledge when you're traveling as well. Let me know. And thank you for watching this video. I hope I helped. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, or share this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys. Bye.